My mother had 2 kids, me and her. Yep. So she's like a second mother to me.
Welcome back to another episode of To Catch a Criminal. We explore the most shocking and disturbing cases of homicides, violence, and justice. In this video, it will mark the final chapter in Amanda's story, bringing closure to her loved ones and ensuring her voice echoes through the halls of justice. Please note that I am a paralegal and not an attorney. While I can provide information on legal procedures and laws, I am not qualified to offer legal advice. This video is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. In a courtroom buzzing with tension and anticipation, the moment of truth arrives for Tirrell Edwards, convicted in the tragic loss of Amanda Williams.
Basically, the argument is that all evidence produced at trial from the video showing the long butcher knife, the forensic evidence all indicating as that what was heard downstairs by the only eyewitness, we think that you look at that in the light most favorable, even to the state that they have not met their burden and would ask the court to set aside the verdict based on that.
Mr. Filiatra, I don't know if you are prepared to respond. If you are, I'm happy to hear it.
I am prepared to respond to that, Judge. Thank you. Your Honor, the problem with the defense's motion is that a lot of what we know about what happened to Amanda Williams only comes from the defendant himself. Why do I say that? We've got video 1 that was taken at 11:31 p.m. Video 2 is 1 second long, taken at 11:32 p.m. Video 3 is taken at 11:38 p.m. So there are roughly 7 minutes of time in between the first video and the third video that we don't know what happened other than coming from someone who was there. And the only person who was there who can't say anything about it is the defendant. So here's his real problem, is that he's not believable about what happened in those 7 minutes. The state needed to prove that he did not use self-defense. So the state needed to prove either he created the situation or added to it. He did not have reasonable grounds to believe he was in immediate danger or death. He did not have an honest belief of that, or he used unreasonable force. We needed to prove one of those 4 things. And his problem is he gave conflicting statements on very key issues. In the zone car with Officer Vidic, he gives his first story. Her eyes got real red. I seen like a demon coming out of her. She got a butcher knife. I recorded her on my phone. Then she goes back downstairs. That is when I went and put my 2 guns in the car, thinking she is going to calm down. Then she gets the knife again, and he records her again. So what's he saying there in the zone car? In that 7-minute time frame is when he put his guns in his car. And later on, he says why he did that. He says, because I didn't want to use them. His words. I'm sure the court remembers this. The next day, though, everything's different when he's interviewed in the station. Now it's, she told me to sleep with one eye open, and she held me hostage for that whole time frame. And she reached for the guns. And that's why I took them out, because I didn't want her to use them. That begs the question. In the second rendition of what he says happened in those 7 minutes, when did she reach for the guns, causing him to take them down to his car, if she's holding him hostage that whole time? It doesn't make sense. Nor does the fact that him saying she held him hostage when she clearly set the knife on the ledge in video 1 and then walk towards him with just the lighter in her hand. Those are big problems for the defendant in his story of self-defense, which he gladly told over and over again. I want to talk about what happened. This defendant shot her 6 times in her own bedroom. He did not need to. In his own testimony, he admitted that when she was looking down, hitting his phone, her attention was to the phone, not to him. He also said, at that time, she did not pose a threat to me. He also said, and you saw the still frame that was on the screen when I was asking those questions, he was on her side of the bed with the gun in his hand. You couldn't see it, but he said, yep, that gun is in my hand. And never once on that video did he say, I've got your gun. Please stop. He did not try to defuse that situation. He had an opportunity, and he killed this woman. For that, severe punishment is needed.
After a roller coaster trial, the gavel falls, sealing Tirrell's fate. Life in prison with a chance of parole after 24 years. For Tirrell, the reckoning has come, a sobering realization of the consequences of his actions. But let's not forget the real impact here. 2 families shattered, lives forever altered by one tragic day.
Here, I'll do it with you. Take a couple deep breaths. All right, take a deep breath. We're going to hold it. We're going to let it go. Okay, so deep breath in. Hold it.
Yeah. Yeah, we heard him, Judge. We heard.
One more time. Deep breath in. Hold it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was raised with her. My mother had 2 kids, me and her. Yep. So she's like a second mother to me.
So here, if I can, just look at me and talk to me. Tell me about it.
Right.
Tell me about it. In your own words.
Yeah, so
Well, let me start by asking.
right, so yeah, look, yeah.
Tell me about you.
Right. I'm her brother. She had a big part of raising me.
Okay.
She made me the man I am today.
What do you do for a living?
I'm in management.
Okay.
Right, so yeah, I'm
in town?
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a big part of she's a big part of my life. We was raised with my mother. She had 2 kids. We both got grown, left the nest, and went on our own ways. Man, she was special. My sister did everything right in life, but running across the rail. Man, I can't imagine I can't even look at my niece and nephew too long. I can't imagine what they're going through. You know, they trusted somebody.
Right.
They trusted somebody, and this what he did. I've been around him a lot. I've been around him a lot, and I never. He a wolf in sheep's clothing, a little wolf. I didn't expect. I'm so glad I met him, so I could protect my daughter from people like him. He's very smart. He's a very smart dude. We're the same age. We talk. He's very smart. He can manipulate that situation any way he wanted to, and he did exactly what he wanted to do. Exactly. Man, I can't begin to tell you how special she was. I mean, people, she did everybody here. I can imagine them getting their hair done and not thinking about her for the next 10 years. It's just, he know what he did. And I know that, you know, I can't forgive him for this. I can't, personally, because he's a man. I know how smart he was. I know he could have made the right decisions. You know, he could have been at Daytona Beach with his bike. He wanted to do exactly what he did, and that's what he did. And I am going to keep going. I beg. He gave my sister everything he had. He gave her everything he had to give her in that gun. Every ounce of it. Please give him what you got in your, or every ounce of what you can give him. He didn't give her no. How could you kill that woman like that, Tirrell? Tell me, man. How did you do that to her, man? I just can't understand it as a man. I go through problems with my girl, but how a man can do something like that towards the person he's saying to love. He came to me, and my sister she put together our family reunion every year. And I walk up, and he pulled me to the side. As soon as I walk, he said, man, I want to ask you, man, can I marry your sister, man? Showed me a ring. I gave him dap. I said, man, I'm rooting for you. I just had got engaged myself. And I feel bad. I feel like I'm responsible for a little bit of this. I put trust in somebody like this, man, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to meet him, man, because I can protect the women in my family now and look at people different. Man.
It's not your hat to wear, though. I
Yep.
appreciate what you're saying, but it's not your hat to wear.
I think he shouldn't have. I think that's why he stand up. He shouldn't have no problem doing whatever you got to give him. My great niece got to grow up. She was there. She told my daughter. They both the same age, 4 years old. I come home. My daughter say, "Damn." I'm sorry. Excuse me. My daughter say, "Yeah." Tyler said her papa killed her G-Ma and she was in the room sleep. I say, damn, I can't believe that kid, 4-year-old, can understand something like this. But I need her to be grown enough before he get out, so she can process this and learn how to forgive, I guess, from this. I don't want her as a teenager getting out and all going through life and then something like this hitting to just make it that much worse. She need to be grown enough, I think, where she'll be able to understand it and be able to forgive. That's all I got. I mean, that's it. You know, Tirrell, you go do your time, man. You put yourself in this position, man. You know, we liked it you a little bit, but she liked it you, we liked it you. I tried everything in my everything to like you, man. And that's what you did. I think it's about to be lenient. You can't get enough time right now. Thank you for your time, Your Honor.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
I wrote everything down because I want to make sure I get every point.
You know what? I encourage you to do. I know from when I read, sometimes I read a little faster than what it is to get down. So just kind of keep that in mind. Again, I know it's important that we're all looking to hear what you have to say. So just keep that in mind. Okay? What would you like for me to know?
Honestly, I feel if anyone could take a person's life intentionally, should never see another day in light. I would wish the death penalty, but unfortunately that's not here, so life in prison is the best bet. I just can't stomach the fact that I have to live the rest of my life without my mom. My daughter has to live the rest of her life without her grandma because a coward wanted to take her life. My mom did not deserve this at all. My mother was a family-oriented person. She was my motivator, my best friend. She was the glue to this family. She was my guidance, my everything. I just can't live without her, and I can't imagine just living life without my mom. I can't never call my mom again and tell her I love her. I can't never call and tell her about my day, about how my daughter is doing, how she's growing up. I can't do that no more. He can do that. He can still call his mom. He can still call and check on her. They can all call and check and see how he's doing in jail. We can't get my mom back, ever. My daughter has to grow up without a grandma. She won't see her start kindergarten. She won't see her turn 5, grow up, be a teenager. She won't see any of that. I'm about to be 30 years old, but I won't even be here to see that milestone. She won't be able to see my brother graduate college or anything like that. I can't believe she's not here no more. How can I ever explain explain to my daughter that my mother is never coming back. That's the one that she called her papa, the only one that she knew, the only person that she was around for 4 years. How can I even explain that to her? And you said you never wanted me to be traumatized. I was traumatized the moment I walked in the room and see my mom lying there. And I was even more traumatized. I couldn't even hold her with her last breath. I just can't. It's not sitting right with me. I don't feel like anyone should be out here in this world if they kill someone. I don't respect a person like that, and I don't have any sympathy. This man never had any remorse for my mom at all. He didn't try to get her up. He didn't try to make sure she was okay. He didn't have no remorse or nothing, and I don't either. I don't think that he should have any time. He should be in jail forever, for life. And this is my beautiful, kind-hearted mother that he just took a beautiful spirit away. She can't even finish her life.
I understand that from the outside looking in, we do not know what occurred in their relationship on a daily basis. However, we can all agree that on October 9, 2023, an innocent person tragically lost their life. As we bid farewell to this chapter, let's honor Amanda's memory by striving for a world where such senseless loss is a thing of the past. This may be the end of this journey, but the fight for justice continues. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more impactful content. Until next time, take care and stay safe.